Name's Buck. So what is up? It has been a minute, and I have left my magnet for my microphone upstairs, apparently, I guess. And so we're just clipping it. We're just clipping it on my shoot. As you can see, usually there's a little magnet. It's been a minute though, and there's been a good little bit going on, and I'm not going to talk about most of it because I don't really think anybody really gives a shit. It has been raining for approximately 40 days and 40 nights. The Ark is about to land, and I have no idea. I thought I was having a problem. They came and did inspections on these apartments, and I got an email like a week and a half later talking about, I need to clean more and there's too much clutter and yada yada. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you tell me this while you were here? It's like, oh boy. So I thought it was going to be like this whole big thing. What I didn't know is that there was, stuff going on. Let me try to adjust this. Oh, that is too dark, with other tenants and stuff. And I still don't appreciate them saying everything is fine and then coming back a week and a half later and be like, oh, no, everything's not fine, motherfucker. I don't appreciate that. I do understand, a hesitation of confronting me straight off when other tenants may not be as receptive as I'm going to be, and they don't know me, so they don't know how I am. Multiple people got hit with 2130s, and all they did for me was just ask me to clean up. So, it's not that big of a deal. I just got to clean up some clutter and stuff. But it's whatever. Let's see what else has been going on. I haven't really been, don't nobody want to hear about that. And today is therapy day, so I'm taking all of that into therapy any goddamn way. So, we'll try to stick to videos and, whatnot. So I am, still planning on more other videos. I don't know. I feel like I'm almost ready to start driving again. So we might have a few more ride-alongs this summer after all. I hope so. And I'm still hoping to. The thing with, taking you guys to Stony Creek, I doubt that that's going to happen. Now, I know my dad really doesn't want to do it. My dad doesn't want to do any goddamn thing. Even when we go to appointments, it's a thing of he just wants to take me to my appointment and bring me back, so be done, However, I am going to talk him into doing the thing at Cub Run at least, at Stony Creek. I kind of get it because we have to put my scooter in the back of a trailer and then drive that to Stony Creek and then do the ride and then put it back in the trailer, come home. So there's some work, involved with that. Going to Cub Run, not so much, so I am going to talk him into doing the Cub Run thing here at some point, I think. And, just go shoot some more of my, nature relaxation videos because I want to. And that's a really, really special, really nice, sacred even location. And there's a lot of really great spots to film out there. There's like every 10 feet, there's 40 different angles. And, every 5 feet, if you know how creeks and rivers and stuff work, every 5 feet that water makes a completely different sound. And it's great. It is so awesome out there. It really is. The only negative spot is really just that you really have to watch out for poison oak out there. There's a lot of poison oak. And that's unfortunate, but, is what it is. As a matter of fact, my favorite trail over in the town Shandor, as they say it out here. That's not how I normally talk, but that's how they say it in them parts. It's town Shandor. It's town Shandor, ball. Uh, it's just down the road a piece right for. I am sorry if my fake Shandoran accent offends, but it is accurate. I promise you that it is accurate. But anyway, there was a really, really cool trail there that went from the river through the woods and then takes you through this tunnel. And this tunnel, I'm guessing, used to be for cars and stuff, but it's really weird because literally half of the tunnel, like the first half, well, I guess depending on which way you're going, but half is like cobblestone, and then the other half is like brick, and so it's really weird because it's like, you travel through the first half of the tunnel, and it's either cobblestone or brick, and then like just a straight line across the middle, suddenly it's the other, and it's so weird and so eerie. But it's so fucking cool. It is so fucking cool. And then if you're going from the river and you come out of the tunnel, and then the trail will take you up a ways across the highway and into Big Jim Park. And, it's really cool. I really liked that trail, but it got apparently somewhere over the years got overrun by poison oak, and so they just let it go, let it grow over. And so getting back there now, as they say in my dad's native country, forget about it. Forget about it. Not going through there, fuck that poison oak bullshit. I don't know if they had that on Staten Island or not, but or excuse me, not Staten Island. Why the fuck did I say Staten Island? Long Island. My dad is not from Staten Island. He's from Long Island. You son of a bitch. And I forgot my ashtray thing again. Oh, a little bit of goodier news, or whatever you want to call it, is I finally found a dinner that Keys seemingly will consistently eat. And it's deli style roasted turkey, like those little sandwich slices roasted turkey. I take a couple pieces and kind of tear it up into like little tiny pieces, and then just put it down on the floor for her. She eats it up in one sitting. Even with the Temptations, she'll eat several of them and then kind of like go off and do her thing and then come back and eat more. She'll definitely finishes it off. She loves her Temptations, but like with that turkey, she'll just sit there and eat the whole fucking thing. And I think that is great because, number one, it's actually cheaper than the wet food, because the wet food is like, I don't know, something like $1 a can. One can is like one meal. And so, it's like $10 for 10 meals. Whereas with the turkey, it's like 2 pounds of slices, little tiny thin slices, for like $8 or $9. And, that's probably 20, 30 meals right there. And without all of the filler and junk that's in half of the wet food, and but it's got the moisture and it's got the protein that she needs, and that's what's important. And I have heard a lot of veterinarians actually recommend like raw food diets, and I know some people, there's a little argument, whether or not like deli meat would be considered raw food or not. I'm just going to lump it into that category, because it's something that's, like I said, it's better for her than that store-bought wet food, and she likes it. She'll actually eat it, and she likes it. So, there you go. She did eat the ham a little bit too, but she was on and off about the ham, not very consistent. And I hate that because, I take 2 good slices of ham, uh, cut them up and put them on the floor, and she may or may not eat it. And if she doesn't eat it, well, then that ham's just going to waste, and I hate wasting food. I'm not going to pick it off the floor and eat it myself. So, what else do you do after that other than throw it in the trash? Maybe throw it out here for the possums or something. I don't know. The squeakers would probably eat it, to be fair. But, she likes the turkey. So I think that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm trying to think of anything, super relevant that's not depressing or, whatever. But I almost delved further into the music and bought it to buy a new effects processor and stuff. And I was going to do like a whole review, well, sort of review-ish on that thing, and try to record some more music with it and do a video sort of like the way we did the Zoom R4 video, and, give a month or two to make some songs with it and, all of that kind of stuff, and present it with some new music, Problem is, oh boy, one, we don't have money, obviously, but my wrist is, the tendon or whatever muscle in my wrist is still not fully healed. And I can play for the most part and do some of the runs will hurt for like a minute, and then it's okay after a minute or two. But then I go to do these, I call them hooking chords, like a C chord or something, basically where your wrist kind of bends a little. Oh my God, that was so painful. That was so painful. It was more painful to hold the C chord than it was to hold a bar chord. Like early in my playing days, man, those bar chords hurt. And the C chord was, not too bad. It was pretty easy. And now it's just like the complete opposite. The bar chords ain't nothing to it. And the C chord is, oh my God, excruciating. I also had considered buying the MPC Keys 37. Oh shit. And I still might. I kind of would like to try my hand at making some like ambient type music. I think that would be really cool. Because I like playing with delays and reverbs and, making weird sounding like spacey stuff. I think that would be really fucking cool. But I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing with with my life. It's something. I'll figure it out. Kind of like your mom. And it is getting really, really dark sky out here. So we are probably going to limit the vlog to this part and just not record when I get to the Berg. I'm sorry if if you're expecting that, but let me just flip the camera around real quick. And I don't know how well this is going to capture because the ND filter is on, but we'll see about it. That is what the sky is looking like right now. So I've got a feeling, I got a feeling it's gonna rain, but I won't die, unfortunately. Whose profiles are, sorry, didn't mean to hit the microphone or whatever, but to be fair, people who say, oh, $350 but I pop a boner with somebody who's not trained. And no. For a lot of reasons. One is fuck, and I don't want to get into that. I can make myself come, but, I can't provide myself that same, like, affection, and the cuddling and the companionship and the compassion and all of that, Masturbating is just busting a nut, So, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get into all of that because I know most motherfuckers are not going to want to hear about that shit. And it's, I guess it's kind of embarrassing. I really have no shame. But trust me, there is, plenty of more shameful things I could bring up that, I'm not. But, I'm just saying. Yeah, so I don't know what we're doing, here forward. We're doing stuff and sitting around a bunch and smoking a bunch of weed. That's my life story, and I'm stuck into it or whatever. I should mention, medically, because I haven't touched on anything medical. I mean, it really hasn't really been any big changes over the past month since I've done a vlog, but I guess, when I go to see the doctor again, we are going to talk about, God damn it, doing like the, what's it called, Manjan Habanero or Manjanero or, the Ozempic alternative thing, because the Ozempic made me like violently sick to my stomach to the point that I was like throwing up violently for like 3 days straight every 2 weeks. And that's what got me in the mess that I'm in now because, I was doing pretty okay before the Ozempic. That's the ironic thing is, I was my weight was hovering around 260 and my A1C was pretty consistent, stayed right around 5. And then I quit the Ozempic. Well, it was like that before I started taking the Ozempic. I took the Ozempic, at least my weight came down a little bit, and then all of that happened, so I had to stop taking the Ozempic. Now my weight has shot back up to 320, almost back to my peak weight, which was 340, and my A1C is back up to like 7.5. So I don't want to take the Manjan Habanero or whatever it's called. I don't even want to try it. But, I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to do at this point? Because, like, I'm dealing with this. This is partly my fault, but this diabetic exhaustion syndrome. So, like, I never have any energy because I can't quit drinking sodas and eating fried foods and shit like bread, So I'm like, I got to do something different. And, I guess that's on the plate or whatever they say. I do have another UVA appointment coming in a couple months. But this is just the, what do you call it, like the hearing test thing. We haven't done that in a couple years. So it's basically, it's just an excuse for me to go to UVA, come back and brag to everybody that my hearing is still better than theirs. Because at least as the last time we went, the tumor hasn't grown at all. And my hearing does not seem like it's gone out any at all. And the last time we did this, my hearing was above the median on every single frequency. Of course, I've trained my ears for years. So I had no fears, or whatever, but I still don't drink beers. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at that. So we're going to go get my hearing tested again, I think in September. And then I'm not due for another MRI until I think like April of next year. But I'll probably go see your mom before then. So yeah, I don't know, what else to say other than hi, 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 little guy. Oh, there was one other little thing that Keys got a little bit of excitement last night. I ordered some food, and apparently, while I was had the door open, she snuck past me, and I didn't see her. So I shut the door. Luckily, some of my neighbors was out hanging out on the porch and socialism or whatever, socialism. And so I shut the door, and then I heard my neighbor like, Tim, 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 like very concerned. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? So I opened the back door back up, and there was Keys on the fucking porch, like, meow, very concerned, not very happy, confused look on her face. And my neighbor said that, she was out there just, yelling, help, 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 help. Poor girl. That's what she gets for sneaking past me out the door, though, that's how it goes. The good side of that is, though, that she got out past me without me even noticing her and immediately wanted to come back inside with me. Um, you know, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. At least somebody loves me. At least somebody wants to be around me. Shit. Anyway, so if we don't pick this back up in Harrisonburg, and honestly, we probably won't because it's wet and it's whatever. So, yeah. So thanks for watching my stupid vlog and hanging out or whatever, and, being a part of my little shitty existence. I love you all, and I'll see you in whatever the next one is, babies. Peace, as Rob would say. Explain that comic, Rob. Explain that comic, motherfucker. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Actually, it's Crook. I'll just do a second take. Name's Crook.